Okay, so you've completed your first two parts in Inventor, your end cap back and your end cap front. And now it's time to customize your parts. So you might be somewhere where you want to you're building up a portfolio of your work and you have screenshots or maybe printed out um, screenshots of your drawings here. And, or even if you actually 3D print your parts out, you want to, you know, you want your name to be on there somewhere. Somehow you want to customize your work. So in this video, we're going to cover how do you uh, stamp your name on your work. So for the purpose of this video, what I'll do is I'm going to use the end cap front. Okay? Okay? And on the end cap front, I'm going to use the right side. The key to um, personalizing your work or stamping your work is to get a flat surface, okay? And a flat surface where you don't want to lay text over any features like holes or any other extrusions or anything like that. So we're on the end cap front, the right side, and let's start a new sketch on this side. Okay. All right, so now that we're in sketch mode, you can see that we now have access to this drawing section here. Let's grab the text and turns into a little plus sign. And so we come over here to to the right side of our front end cap, left click, and it opens up this format text menu. Type your name. Got it. All right. So once you type your name, you see that my my name is pretty long. Let me get out of this feature. Right click, OK. You see that my name is pretty long and it's kind of hanging off the edge. And I know what you're saying. Well, why don't I just slide it over to the left? We'll do that in a second, but you never want to leave any text or anything hanging off the edge, especially if you're going to print this out or produce this. So let's go ahead and leave it like it is and just finish the sketch. Now locate your sketch, the sketch that you typed your name in over here in the browser. And it should be the bottom one, the last one. Right click and go down to edit sketch. Okay. So now when I come over here, I want to hover my mouse over by my name until it turns color. In this case, mine is turning red. And I want to right click on it and go down to where it says text box. Okay. You want to uncheck that. Once you uncheck that, then hover your pointer back over your name again until it changes color. Now left click and hold down the left click button and you can drag your name where you want to now. Okay? And so I'm going to, even if I drag my name over as far as I can go, you see that it's still hanging off the edge here. So I'm going to hover my mouse over my name again till it changes colors, right click, and then go down to where you see these two options here. I can rotate my name 90 degrees clockwise or 90 degrees counterclockwise. So in this case, I'm going to, let's see, rotate this counterclockwise. All right. I'm going to drag this over here right in the middle. Boom. So you can put your name where you want to. Just make sure it's not interfering with anything. If it's on the right side, you should be fine. You can put it toward the bottom or the top part. If your name was short enough to fit in the horizontal direction, that's fine too. But just make sure that it's completely on your part. Okay. Now finish this sketch. All right. So now that we have the text there, we need to add depth to it. So by now you know that whenever you're trying to add depth to a sketch, you want to extrude. Okay. So I'm gonna go over here and choose my name. Okay. Now, if yours is extruding, you know, 2.5 is a good number. You can see if I put something like 10 in here, this is to the angle. That's a little bit much right there. So 2.5 is probably as far as I go. So now what you see here is the letter sticking out. That's what's called stamping or embossing. Okay? When the letters or text is sticking out, that's embossing. If I go here and choose the second feature, which is in my extrude menu, which is the cut feature, the letters will stick. They're cutting into the part. That's called engraving. So you're cutting material away, and you know, and your name will still you'll still be able to see your name. But in this case, we're going to emboss. We're going to stamp it. So make sure that the join uh, feature is selected here, and then click OK. So you can see from this angle that my name is sticking out. But when I put this um, in this orthographic view where I'm looking straight on, it looks like there's nothing there, but there really is. Right? The problem is my name and the part that I emboss it on is the same color. So here's what you do. Find that extrusion that you just made, which is it should be the last one, the bottom one, and you can tell because when I hover my mouse over here, it highlights on the part. Right click, go all the way down to properties. And then in this feature properties menu, the very bottom where it says feature appearance, hit the drop down arrow, which says as body. And so here are all the different material or colors that you can choose from. And I think you get something that stands out. Let's choose cherry and click OK. So now you can clearly see my name. Okay. All right. So this wouldn't have any effect if you were 3D printing this part. It all will come out the same color. But again, if we're just looking at this, uh, just you know a screenshot of this, and somebody was viewing your work, you want to be able to see it at make sure that it stands out at all the different angles. All right. So now make sure you go back and stamp, follow this same process and stamp your end cap back, and you should be good to go.